So I own Brilliant Media, LLC. Brilliant Media is the parent company. I'm the sole owner. We're the parent company that owns El Hispanic News, which is a bilingual newspaper. It's been around for now 33 years. One of the only bilingual publications in the Northwest. Your Adobe Reader has not. There we go. So El Hispanic News is a 33-year-old bilingual publication serving the Northwest since 1981, founded by Senor Juan Pratt. Founded a bilingual publication that was paramount at that time because he understood that there was second and third generations coming up, growing in an English-dominant environment. However, it was important to connect with the household that speaks Spanish only at home. We maintain that format, not only in print, but also on our website. I own Su Público. Su Público means your audience. It's a multicultural advertising agency. We work with, obviously, Latino, African American, Native American, many, the Asian Pacific Islander market, also the LGBTQ community. And do not tell my grandmother, but we do work with conservative and liberal. My mother will understand that joke. In 2012, late 2011, there was an LGBT, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender community. They had a newspaper called Just Out. It folded December of 2011. Being very active in the LGBTQ community. I'm the founder of Latino Gay Pride, and a lot of events in that area, heavily involved. We received a lot of phone calls and people asking me, Melanie, you have a clear understanding of the print media industry and what it takes. Could you please consider making this a viable option and developing a publication for us? By February 16, 2012, we launched PQ Monthly, very successful. People often ask me the question, well, what about print media? What about print media? Isn't it dead? Isn't it all of these things? Well, honestly, we've been redefining print media since 2000. It's been the traditional media outlets who haven't necessarily been able to keep pace with what it is that a lot of the niche publications have been forced to do. I mean, we live in the information age. It's all about the acquisition and dissemination of information. We have been forced because we have smaller staffs. We're not like, or we're like the Oregonian where they have, tons of people working for them and can put out daily content at that level within a print product. So we took to the digital age and created our publications daily online. I reformatted El Hispanic News to a point that our print copy is feature-driven, and our content is 100% locally focused, written by our own writers. So it's not what you'll read on the Associated Press, on Google or Yahoo Espanol or any of that. The Latino community has access to all of that information. What is important to the local Latino community is that local content and information. That continues to make us a trusted and most reliable source. Our Twitter handle, I don't know what the official hashtag is. Our Twitter handle, if you're interested in asking me questions or posting comments later, at El Hispanic News or at PQ Monthly, depending on who and where you identify. There's some QR codes. There's debate over QR codes, if they're important or not. They're so relevant. With El Hispanic News, we reach over 340,000 people every single month. We tell their stories. We engage with them through this recipe that we've been tweaking over the last decade. So we have 135,000 monthly print readers. That's our per copy. We have larger households, as Victoria pointed out. So our per copy rate is significantly higher than any mainstream daily or alternative weekly publication. We have over 200,000 monthly web users. What makes us unique is because our content is bilingual. So if you're English dominant, Spanish dominant, you can get the information you need in your language of choice. Social media is a huge factor for us because we are daily online. We have over 16,000 Facebook users and over 16,000 Twitter users. I've learned recently that that's significant. That puts us in one of the highest percentiles for social media because those followers have to be organic when they start following you and all of that fun stuff. So what we're able to do is very significant within the Latino community, and again, all of that is bilingual. With PQ Monthly, since we launched, we're almost on par with the Latino community. We have 97,000 print readers every single month. It's starting to tip the scale because Latinos and the LGBTQ community are very early adopters when it comes to digital media. We have over 200,000 web users. Facebook, it's slightly higher, again, because of that early adaptivity. This publication is obviously English language focused. So over 17,000 Facebook users, and our Twitter fan base is growing at over 18,000 users. Again, both publications are daily online. So the recipe we follow, we start with print. Hispanic News prints first Thursday every single month. PQ Monthly prints third Thursday every month. We take that print content and we distribute it through our social media. And what's interesting, because we have lots of other media followers, because we are bilingual, you'll see a story in Hispanic News that disseminates through social media, and about a month and a half, 2 months later, like clockwork, you'll hear it on Speak Out Loud, or some of those fantastic programs. So it's a compliment to us, you know. Then with our blogs, we're daily online, so we update in real time, and then we cross right back over and disseminate that information through social media. To Publico, the multicultural marketing arm of our company, we've attracted fantastic clients like University of Oregon, Verizon, Travel Portland, Metro, Denny's. Actually, and I failed to put them up here, Mondelez. People familiar with who Mondelez is? Mondelez, formerly Nabisco, Kraft Foods. They own like mega brands globally. What was exciting with Publico is they had us work on the multicultural 6 target market: Japanese, Chinese, Latino, African American, LGBTQ, and obviously Latino. They were the first company that recognized we're already working in this many arms of these different communities. So why don't you just go ahead and handle our general marketing stuff? So to me, that was one of the biggest compliments paid to us when they recognized, well, if we're already handling what is a majority, why don't you go ahead and handle our mainstream marketing as well? That was a great compliment and one of the best compliments I've received to date. So that was very exciting. With Travel Portland, we get to do some really exciting things. We're focusing on a national rollout, again, for these 6 target demographics. And we'll be utilizing a lot of social media, a lot of hashtags. Forgot to put up here, what is the official hashtag for this particular event?
PDXDMS.
PDXDMS. And again, if you want to use our Twitter handles or if you have questions later on, you can always follow me there. I don't have my own Twitter page because people follow me through one of those media outlets. So people will tweet me at that level, and I don't mind having public open conversations because we love drama and we love fashion, so ask me anything you want. So this is what Publico does. We understand who your target is and who it should be. We identify which media outlet does the community trust within these diverse populations. Unlike general market populations, there are trusted media outlets. And again, it's going to be those troopers who are on the ground that are providing the local content, the local information about their particular community. So that's, again, where PQ and Hispanic News come into play because they're the only media outlets that are providing that and that have those relationships into these demographics. And the other thing that we do, unlike a lot of other advertising agencies, we don't do a lot of necessarily casting calls. We identify the people who are actually living these roles. So it comes from a very authentic voice. doesn't necessarily come from a script. It takes a little bit longer, and it could be a little bit, painstaking. But what we've done, for example, with Travel Portland, is we've paired them with people in the African American community who write directly speaking to the African American community. I have 40 copywriters always that I can use with my team, but when it comes to certain demographics, it's not going to have that authentic voice. It's not going to have those authentic nuances that are important in reaching this particular demographic. They're going to look at me and they'll be like, Melanie Davis wrote that. So that's one of the things that we do. Why are these things important? Well, niche publications, they've been around since the printing press was ever brought to the States. By the way, it was the Spanish who brought the printing press over. Little known fact. Why are these niche publications trusted? The biggest difference, and you can see it compared to general market publications and the niche publications, we have the opportunity to write from an us perspective rather than a they or those. And once you start using words like they and those, the dynamic of conversation changes drastically. So that's why these particular publications are trusted and are the viable package delivery system to get your advertising and your messaging out to these demographics. Same holds true for our social media, is because we have that same opportunity to write from an us perspective and disseminate as a community-wide, this is affecting us perspective rather than a they or those perspective. Again, our Twitter handles, if you have any questions. Some of the covers of our publication, obviously, we reach LGBTQ. Some people ask me, how has it been? Well, between the Latino community and the LGBTQ community, some of the busiest on the planet is all I got to say. My season starts in March and doesn't end until November. Between fiestas and prides and everything, it keeps it very exciting. And again, gracias. If you have questions, please let me know. I did want to show you quickly, and this is probably in support, well, this is definitely in support of what, yeah, somebody needs to do a systems update on this. Not me. With what Laura Media does, they're a fantastic marketing firm, and they do understand cause and event marketing. One of their clients, Metro, sometimes we share them, but I'm really glad they were able to bring this particular contract home. Metro at one point had decided to contract with a Latino marketing firm out of Colorado. Denver, Colorado. Well, I'm from Albuquerque, New Mexico. I've lived here since 1992. I feel like an Oregonian. I've been an Oregonian all my adult life. But there are certain nuances and information that's just shared at a different level than Latinos in Denver, Colorado, and Albuquerque, New Mexico. It's all very different. So partnering with an advertising agency like Laura Media, they understand how to deliver these specific messages to our local demographic. And that's why marketing firms like this are becoming more and more important. So I'm really excited, and congratulations for bringing that home. And then on that note, I will turn it over to our next speaker and wish you lots of luck with